Hey guys, what's going on? So another Anthrax review here. This time it's the next album, their fourth album, State of Euphoria. My personal favorite, although a lot of people don't like this album, and I'll get into why. But yeah, a lot of people still will say this is like a watered down version of Among the Living. But I could see why someone would say that, but there's kind of a more hookier element on here. The songs are a lot catchier than on Among the Living, and they don't take themselves quite as seriously on here. This is more of a goofy, lighthearted album, as you can tell by the artwork. But yeah, so let's get started. This is the second Anthrax CD I ever got. Actually, the artwork, it's been listen to this. But anyways, there's the album cover. It actually is kind of cool. So it's like yellow, and then it has the Anthrax, and it says Stay Before. I really like Anthrax's logo. It has like a swirly thing, and then you have Joey Belladonna's face throughout that. I just thought that was kind of funny. Spine is exactly the same as the other CDs from Island Records. Back is also the same as is the disc, as with all the other Anthrax, most of the Anthrax CDs I have. I really like this thing on the back here. I think it was done by the same guy who did Mad Magazine's artwork here. I was inspired by it, but it's really cool. And this is when the band found their style, which they kind of briefly kept, but it's what they're known for, wearing like shorts and like really goofy looking shorts and like really colorful t-shirts. It's kind of funny, especially for a thrash band where they try to look all edgy or whatever, but you know, Anthrax, they don't take themselves as seriously. It's just something I like about them. Like, yeah, the pictures in here look really 80s, and their hair is also really big, but it's definitely doesn't sound like a like a glam album. It's a very not super heavy, but it's a good thrash album. It's really fun. It's not like dark or like super heavy, but it's really fun. So there's all the lyrics, and there's that picture. I mean, just look at them. They're like fucking Frank Bell. He literally looks like a girl. Like he's wearing like short shorts and a freaking tank top. It's just really funny. There's Scott Ian, and the rest of the band, and yeah, that's a funny picture. All right, there's all the lyrics, and what's really funny is right here it says Anthrax presents 1988, The Return of the List, and then you have another like big list like in Among the Living. It's not quite as big, but still pretty fucking huge. So yeah, very decent booklet, I guess. Okay. It opens up with, in my opinion, the most underrated Anthrax song, Be All End All. Amazing song, really great riff, and just kick-ass song overall. Really awesome blast beats. The drumming on here is probably the best in any Anthrax album, in my opinion. But yeah, it opens up with like a violin thing, which I just thought was kind of pointless, but it's very good. Out of Sight, Out of Mind is also, this whole album is very underrated, except for Antisocial, which I'll get to that song. But Out of Sight, Out of Mind is a really good song. The chorus is really repetitive and it sticks in your head for a while, but it's not the best chorus, but it's a very good song. Make Me Laugh is an awesome song. It has kind of a long intro, but then once they go in, they do that tremolo-y fast riff, and it's just awesome, and it's pretty heavy. That's a really heavy riff. And yeah, interesting lyrics, great song though. Antisocial is an overrated song. It's a cover from a band, I forgot the name of the band, but they're foreign, and like the song's in another language if you listen to the actual version. Camera shaking. And yeah, it's a decent song, but it's not the best on here in my opinion. It's the only one from here that they still play live to this day, and it actually sounded pretty good live. And it's a great song. It's one of the best on here, but it's not my favorite from here. I don't know, because when I first got this CD, I loved that song, and I would listen to it all the time, and now I just don't like it quite as much. Because I'm kind of like eternally burnt out on it, I guess. But it's a very good song. It has a catchy chorus, and it's pretty much a crossover thrash song. Anthrax are really close to being a crossover thrash band, but I feel like their heaviness has always kept them from that, since they're a little bit heavier than your average crossover thrash band, which makes them just a straight-up thrash band. But yeah, Who Cares Wins is a little bit too long. It's like 7 minutes long, and it's not the best on here, but it's pretty good. Schism is very good, but yeah, I don't know. Misery Loves Company is probably my least favorite song on here, that and Who Cares Wins, because it's just kind of a boring song, and the riffs are really just, it's really a generic Anthrax song, basically, but it's not their best song. It's just kind of a boring song. Alright, 13 is really fucking weird. It's like a noise track, kind of, like you hear like, I can't even remember. It's just like you hear like somebody talking with like in a really high pitched nasally voice. It kind of sounds like this, but like really like it's weird. You can't understand what it's saying, and then you hear like something playing over. I gotta listen to that. It's only like 40 seconds long. It's really weird. And the last song in here, Finale, is really, really good. And it kind of starts that tradition that Anthrax kind of have that they haven't really kept up with very much. But where they put the last song is called like Finale or The End or like, you know, a lot. They do that a lot. But yeah, Finale is a very good song, and this is a solid album. It's like a 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 on a normal scale. But for me, this is my favorite from Anthrax personally, for nostalgic reasons, since this is the second album I got from them. The first one was, which is kind of a weird one, was the first one I got, which was, the first one they did with John Bush, Sound of White Noise, which I actually like a lot more than most people do. But, hey, whatever, it's my opinion. A lot of people don't like this album because they say it's, like, half-baked. And, like, because they kind of rushed this album so they could go on tour with Iron Maiden, or play a show with Iron Maiden or something, for whatever reason. I read it in Scott Ian's autobiography. It's been a while since I read that. I can't remember very clearly. But, yeah, which is why a lot of people don't like this album. And Scott Ian says this is one of his least favorite albums he's done with Anthrax. But it's a very good album. I think this is kind of when they peaked in the 80s. And they kind of, the whole rock star thing, I guess, kind of got to them on here. But I still love this album. And, yeah. I mean, like, this was their brightest album, definitely. It isn't, like, dark or anything. And then on the next album, Persistence of Time, they got much darker. And, yeah, as well as on Sound of White Noise, which is another one of my favorite Anthrax albums. But, yeah, so I guess that's it for this video. This doesn't also turn out pretty short. Whatever, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.